once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott, and it is Talcott Tuesday today, man. I'm starting a little bit late and a little bit early, but for those of you who tune in later, blessings to you. It doesn't matter to you. To those of you who catch me live and you join with me today, thank you. Praise God. Thank you to all of you who may find the words from me today. The title and topic today, tasting the nourishment of peace. In line with that, may we be nourished and filled with peace today. May we be filled with fun and joy. I mean, having fun today, really. In the background is peace, of course, because it's got to do with me. Inspired by one of the viewers, Nude Guru. Peace Flakes, new cereal on special. So why not? Why not run with that idea? The idea of Peace Flakes. And what are you consuming? What are you consuming these days out of the options of nourishment for your body, mind, and spirit? What do you turn to? The options of peace, the options of love, those are always available. Peace and love. Peace and love bring the wholeness, the fullness to life. But so many people are walking around, they're not feeling the fullness or the wholeness of life. They're feeling a lot of lack. They're feeling a lot of inadequacies and a lot of anxiousness. You know, there's a lot to worry about in the world, don't you know? And don't you know there's even more to complain about? I mean, all you got to do is open your window and look outside. You can find something to complain about. But hey, you don't even have to do that. Just sit around. Sit around and imagine all the things. It's endless. It's an endless game. Finding things to complain about, and right next to that is finding things to worry about. But I kind of gave up on those practices in my life. I don't like spending a lot of time worrying. I don't like spending a lot of time being angry and afraid anymore, man. Right? Blessings, peace, and love flakes taste mighty fine today, brothers and sisters. Truly. Stop trying to taste peace. If peace had a flavor, wouldn't that be seductive? That's what I imagine. If peace had a flavor, it would be like so enticing, so addictive. Just one taste, worse than the best crack, right? Or the best drug. This is what my path has been. And actually, now that I'm remembering these ideas, I've read these things and heard these things from some of the spiritual gurus and yogis of the past, man. The deliciousness, the sweet nectar of God's love. Oh, man, it is addictive. And I guess that's what the point is you got to be a little bit selfish in this world. You got to be a little bit selfish in order to give it all away just for your own heavenly experience. I mean, that's kind of what the message of Jesus is. Our society has things completely backwards, if you haven't realized it. The world is the devil's playground. You know, we get to choose who wins the game. Are we going to claim the world in the name of Jesus, or are we going to continue allowing corruption and evil and darkness to rule? And it's not just ruling you and I, it's ruling our neighbors and the people we care about. Because maybe you and I have been blessed. Maybe we've awakened, so they say. We woke up to some of the craziness of the world, and you realize, I'm a little bit different than the world, and that's okay. It's okay to be different in a world that is insane. I was reminded of something today. It was from Facebook, someone else's words, ideas being shared. The idea of, and I hear it already, the UN words. You own nothing, really. I own nothing. You own nothing. Even Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos and all these people, the Rothschilds, we all own nothing once we leave. Everything that surrounds you, everything that surrounds me, it's all temporary. Dust to dust, ashes to ashes. It's just a change of shape for atoms and material. That's all we are. The only thing that lasts forever is the love that's in your heart. See, that love that's in your heart, even though it may be forgotten and kind of hidden away behind some of the wounds and scars, that love that's in your heart, that's the gift that you'll treasure forever once you're beyond the plane of this world, the pains of this world, right? We're here to capture the heavenly treasures. And the heavenly treasures are going to be the wisdom that you gain through your life experiences and the love that's captured in your memories and your experience, right? Because that's who you are. Most of us. It's how we're going to be remembered. There'll be people remembering bad things about us, but the longest memories are truly with those who we love. And so it'll be the same for you and me. I mean, everyone who was alive and is no more, I've heard it pointed out, we go through at least two deaths, right? We go through our physical death where our body stops moving around. And then each of us, when we stop getting recalled, we stop getting spoken about, we stop being included in the ideas, we're gone from the memories, right? So we die multiple times, we can live in multiple ways as well. Every new day is a new day to live. Every new moment is a new moment to live. So choose your life and choose to be with your life until the very end. But be with your life with joy, with gladness, right? Feel comfort when you can, as you can. If you're not looking for the comfort, if you're not looking for the joy, if you're not looking for the peace, you may not see it. It's really that simple. Those who have eyes to see will see. Those who have ears to hear, right? You can know, you can understand. Um, I didn't make a lot of notes today. I do have a lot of ideas again. I'm filled with this energy again today of being in somewhat of a liminal space. I'm in this in between still, it feels. But it's not a bad place to be, in between the past and in between the future, and just being present and whole with the love and the power of God. Oh, the world has been living so wrong. And I can say that from my past experiences of trying to fit in with the world, trying to live with the world. The world is living wrong. There's really only one way to be. And that way to be is with love. You follow the way of Jesus and you love with faith. You love beyond reason, right? That's the whole game. To be, actually, now I'm just kind of winging some things. What I'm going to do, I'm going to drop the link since I'm still going to do that anyway. For those who wish to join the conversations with Jack tonight, please feel free. Each day is new, so if I have barked at you in the past, today is a new day. But please remember, if there's a reason I barked at you in the past, there might be a reason. So let's try not to be that way. But along here, welcome back, Landry. Lost in the woods? Modern Men Lost Again.
Maybe that's coming up next. You never know.
Lost in the woods.
Well, how you doing, man? Here I am. I find myself back in this chair. The chair it all started in, some could say. 3 months ago, the co-chair.
Isn't it fascinating?
Well, that's why I'll always have a soft spot here. Nobody can call it looping, because for me it's basically like my birthday. We're celebrating my birthday here every time I come back.
It's returning home. That's it. It truly is. And Austin's pulling out a callback. I've said this before. If you guys would just shut up, you'll understand.
Maybe that's not true though, because we could shut up, but we still might not understand.
You're right. You are right.
If it was only so simple, we could just shut up and then understand magically.
Oh, if only it was that simple. Were you out and about or causing trouble today?
Today was a very minuscule event. Like I said, I'm trying to do as much as I can. It's just great weather right now, and I went to just an basically abandoned mall. I mean, it's shutting down, and that was my exercise for the day. But
good for you.
Yeah, just a little bit here, a little bit there, and it's just every day is sort of every day is an opportunity, right? But you'll see more pushback. I've noticed the more you try to get out of your comfort zone, the more people will tell you you're doing less. You know what I mean? People they want to see others fail, which is fascinating to me.
You're seeing it. It's a pattern that I've noticed. It's widespread. And it fits, though. It fits with the psychology and the sociology things I've learned. This disease of Wetco. Have you heard of that? I might be saying it wrong. It's a disease. Here, Joe Cool just pulled up. Let me bring him up.
Joe Cool?
And because I saw something with you and him. You guys, that's right.
It was gay sex. We were having gay sex together. Yeah.
He's got to beat Chuck to the point. Right?
Beat Chuck to the gay jokes.
Goodness, no.
What area are you in right now? Generally.
Generally where I've been hanging out at Jack in the Box there.
Yes, Jack in the Box. Great. Is that you go there for the Wi-Fi?
Actually, I fucked up. I came here to eat, but they're cooking dinner back at the house, and I get a text. Dinner will be ready in 15 minutes right after I ordered my food.
You gotta say, but Mom, I don't want that.
So I'm gonna have to go eat again and fake like I didn't eat. Because I don't want to be rude.
Dude, that's how I was a fat kid. I used to do that. I'd eat at the neighbors and then come home and eat. I didn't want to be rude.
Yeah.
Right?
That's so funny. Oh, man. I kind of had an experience that was similar, but it was very different. To where when I was sick, I was so picky, but people thought I was picky, but for me, it was like for my own sanity and health. And so I would have to be like, I can't eat anything but these 3 things. And then they would be like, no, you have to do this. And I'd be like, they looked the other way and I'd like put it in the toilet. You know what I mean? It was pretty bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
I get it.
I mean, I don't even know. That seems like a different lifetime to me, but it was wild times. But I was a fat kid too, so I'm with you in solidarity there. It's never too late for the fatties, It's never too late.
No, it really isn't. Hey, along those lines, maybe not. I know the words I said. I said that I said the words that it's a new day and everyone might be welcome, but I believe the guest in the back, if that is Stephen, not really interested in entertaining you today. You would be the exception to my offer today. So I can't remember if this is or not. So let's see.
Is it Antonio?
Hippie Jesus.
Fat Jack is a psychopath.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, Steven, thank you for playing. You brought the same energy, the same character that I really don't care to have around. So,
I was just talking to Joe Cool about this last night. We were talking about how, that's going to be so deterring to. I mean, I went live and then people were just pouring in. I don't know if it was all authentic. I like to believe it was, but Steven just in the chat just saying like the craziest things. I'm like, dude, Steven, I can handle you in small doses, but we have people. I got 18 new subscribers, and ideally they're local if they're caring about Dallas. And I'm like, don't scare them away. They don't want to come in here and see, oh, the devil's in chat. See ya.
right.
Yeah, it was a train. Then the switch was broken. I think that's when we were out there filming that shit.
It was a very unique situation. It was not as exciting as it could be, but it was also
but it was our excitement for the night. Man. It was a big excitement. It was just dead, man.
I know, dude. This city is just. I swear, I used to not be able to avoid the police if I wanted to. And now you can't find them. It's like I'm looking for them.
Right?
Yes, I don't need to watch L Devil Guy's channel to know his narrative. Oh, Jack's the boring puppet guy, even though he's been doing looping the same thing for a year and a half. I'm sorry. We need to move on. Before YouTube kicks you off.
Yeah. So how you doing, Hank? Welcome.
I'm doing pretty well.
Good. Good to see
I know
you.
that Landry and Joe Cool are not in the same studio.
No, he's a wild card, man. He does his own thing. He moves at his own speed. You know what I mean?
I hope I ain't mean with it, but yeah, I'll tell you.
No, it's not mean. It's just I respect it. You know what I mean? Don't really know what's going on, and
I don't really know clearly. That probably shows with you because I don't know what's going on. I got like 3 calls out right now. I don't know what's gonna come back. Plus, I want to hang out with my buddy again tonight, so I don't really know. I do know if I hang out with legit cop watchers, and like I say, I already got called a couple of them. I want you to hang out if you're free.
Please, I really do, because I don't know if you know this, Jack, but like the first thing that happened was somehow we ended up in a situation where they were following me, and I had to find the cops. So I was in my car, they were in their car, and I'm looking for the cop. I'm like, I don't fucking know, and I'm just like driving past the strip clubs, driving in the ghetto, just like driving the south side, and like
I've seen a bunch of them. I hit the strip clubs. A bunch of them places that you hit were logical places. Even Blue said the same shit.
No, they're looking for speed traps so they can collect some tax revenue.
I would love to see a speed trap. I'd get that cop shit because I think that's lousy.
Dude, that's the worst. I've had like one where I had to, for me to get a new license, I had to pay Oklahoma like $700 for an unpaid one from like 6 years before. They don't let that shit go.
Damn. I had let my shit go up. It was, I don't know, $3-4 grand to me to get the license that I got now. But when I was 17, it got took, and I didn't get it back until I was like 50. So I had accumulated some tickets. I had owned a bunch of cars, so I had to square all of that to get legit. That shit was like, I don't know, 3,600 or something stupid, more than that.
These fines and fees, that's one of my biggest complaints about America. It's the bureaucracy. I've heard some real intelligent observations on this, how the democracy or the republic that formed it transformed into this bureaucracy. And
I think that you're underselling it. It's more than just a bureaucracy. Bureaucracy makes me think of red tape and difficulty to get things done. But I go further. I would say there is nefariety, which bureaucracy doesn't necessarily imply. I would say there is a nefariety in those fines and shit you're talking about. It ain't just for bureaucracy's sake. It's straight up thievery, robbery to benefit them at your expense. I think some of that's going on too.
Power. They want the power.
Power. Very good. The power dynamic bullshit.
Well, this is just it. The system is corrupted. The system is broken. And the broken system is breaking people. People are getting broken by the trauma endured from this system.
And they
And
don't
then
stop providing more and more trauma. They don't stop.
Right.
The government shut down. So-and-so was attacked. The leftist trends are coming to get you. They don't stop.
On the contrary, it's working just perfectly for the elite, who's literally
Yeah.
making a bunch of tax money, practically washing each other's clothes with that chatbot stuff. That's what
All
they're
is
doing.
going according to plan.
Well, I heard a
Yes.
theory that we're actually all a part of the elite, so I don't know what you're talking about, Hank. We're the ones
Damn.
involved.
I got to hear that theory and read 2 novels on it because I feel so far removed, bro.
Well, in the spiritual perspective, we are all one.
I like it, Jack. Very good way to catch me. You're right. There is a way that we're all elite. You found it.
Well, and this is actually what I'm hopeful of. I don't know what can be achieved or not, but within America, we've got to end the fighting. And then if we can end the fighting within America, particularly this left and right divide,
Yeah.
it's getting out of control, and it's just being fueled and flamed by the media and propaganda.
Yeah.
But
And losers on the internet.
still working just as planned. The divide has been fake for a while. It's just to prevent
But
people from squeezing in and actually fixing their problems.
yeah, Hank,
It's a
I was
show.
about to say, you're not really addressing Jack's shit. Jack's contention was it can't be, or it must be fixed. What do you think, Hank? Is that feasible?
It's not that it must be fixed. The fix is in, and that's the issue. That the whole they rigged the system so they'll profit either way and implement the same policies. The policies aren't for the people, but for the elites.
So he's saying it won't be easy, Jack.
Well, I
Who said
wish
it's
that's
easy?
what he was saying. If he said it won't be easy, then he's at least open to the idea that it can.
Oh, he said
If
it's impossible. Huh?
I never said
Right.
it was impossible. Who
No,
said?
Jack.
No. If I said it was impossible, I would just bury myself.
He's
So-
reading between the lines.
Hey, can
a
we
bit.
see what some of these other hats look like? Maybe you'd have a different perspective with the sombrero, and you'd be more open-minded to this.
No. How about that?
He thought about that.
I have a proposition.
He thought about it.
I have a proposition. Send Jack Talcott $10 and then we'll see.
Oh man, dude, Talcott deserves billions, not a mere little 10. Who's in the 10?
No, I
Wilson?
appreciate.
Well, we gotta start
that.
somewhere.
No, I appreciate that. And actually, Landry, thank you. I mean, it sounds unorthodox, but try something different to see if maybe it can land.
Anything different.
Yeah.
Literally anything different. That's all I'm
It's
trying
a-
to say, because we should
it's a
be
great
aware
idea.
of that. Because in this
Right.
space, we all have that in common, right? Where we didn't like the right or the left. We agreed that
Yeah.
that's what they want us to fight about. That's why we get stuck in these weird fights over all this, whatever they call it, drama. It's because we can't fight over that shit. That's the mainstream fighting.
I did plenty of mainstream fighting. I'm bored of it. Never got me.
I know
anywhere.
it's so predictable. What about abortion? It's like, why are you asking me?
Right,
I mean, you know what I mean?
just read the Bible. It's just Bible. You can find the Bible supporting infanticide. What's this debate about? I don't
What,
get
what
it.
if
both
a
sides get on
person
the
is
extreme
in their 6 month, they're left-handed, and they have an atypical pregnancy? We're gonna argue
Right.
They
about
find one time it ever happened. They say, look at this case.
0.001%, and this is what we've reduced ourselves to talking about. That's no fun.
Ooh. This is totally different direction in the conversation, but
Steer the ship.
this thought I had yesterday of how much time I've spent fighting to be right, how much time people spend fighting to be right. We
Yeah.
should really have more focus on just trying not to be wrong, right? It's
Some of
easier.
that. Some of that.
It's,
Right? We shouldn't want. Our goal can't be to be right. It scares me already. I'm scared
Yes.
of motherfuckers with they got to be right all the time. So I'm a little hesitant already.
Dude, that's where you're wrong, Joe Cole. You gotta understand when you're wrong.
well, that too. But that's, I swear, it's in the if you take the spiritual ideas and you bring them into the psychology, or you take psychology and you take it into the spiritual, it all makes sense.
I think it does. Yes, it's unconditional love, yo. You started off with that shit. It's unconditional love. You don't get to judge a nigga and say, "Well, you pissed me off, so I'm not gonna love you today." You know, you can love a motherfucker, you still be
Hey,
firm with
tell
him. I'm not
Stinky she can
saying,
only come up if she takes a shower. We don't want any stinky people here.
I'm not saying
No.
you can't be firm with a motherfucker, but you still gotta love him in that firmness. Like I think, Jack, when I'm yelling at you and everybody else, I think it's out of love. I don't just put motherfuckers down for no reason. That's the rare time when I'm being an ass. That's super rare. Normally, I think it's out of love. I think motherfuckers are too complacent. Too many motherfuckers let people get away with creating their own reality. You know, I identify as a fox. I'm a fox. You know, okay, if you want to play a game, I'll play with you. But you know, you fucking some people be like, yeah, you really are a fox. I can smell it on you, your glands, and you know, all right, now you, all right, I lost my train.
You lost me too.
Yeah,
Hey, we've got another guest in the back who hasn't been around for quite a while.
Bring it
And
on.
yeah, I want to welcome back Noel. How
Hi,
have you
what's
been,
up?
my friend?
and
Good. I'm been going the good. Hello,
hey
Jay
Noel,
Cool. How was
how
your
you doing,
day?
babe?
Good.
Actually, it's been
I think
pretty
you look
stressful.
familiar. Did I see you today?
Yes, Hank. I saw you today, Hank. Jack,
Yes.
what are you
What are you,
doing
Jack?
lately? I'm just making catch up on here.
I'm still doing similar to before, doing the live streams, still
Yeah.
hoping to find a way to speak with Donald Trump and the rest of the world.
And a couple
Um,
wars in the meantime.
yeah.
Just a couple.
Just a couple, you
Jack
know. You don't want to work
and
too fucking hard.
Yeah.
Jack and you and her went on a date. You and Margot went on a date. Snap
No
Food
more.
said that.
Me. That was me and
Snap Food.
Margot.
Snap Food said that.
He's not
So
the
it
most
must be
reliable
true.
character.
Yeah, Snafu
Yeah.
Almost
said it
everything is
must
the
be
opposite
true.
of what he said.
Yeah.
Snap Food says that.
I know, Noel, but see, this is part of our adventure here online, all of us. We got to pay attention and learn for ourselves. Who can you trust to tell you the truth? And who can you trust to tell a different story? Snafu is one of those characters where he loves to tell stories, but they're not always the most accurate. Make sense?
Yes. And
Yeah.
J. Cool, how is your day today? Good.
Today actually been stressful. Been arguing with this chick all day, but generally
Don't
speaking,
call
I've
me a
been
chick.
enjoying myself, having the time of my life, and right now I'm still enjoying myself. So I'm in, well, I don't know. I'm in Texas somewhere.
I know where you're at.
Yeah,
He's right where I grew up. It's crazy.
yeah.
Daisy, how is she, Jack? How is
She's doing great.
everybody?
She's growing
How
bigger
is
every day.
everybody?
As far as I know,
Da-
everyone is doing well, but yeah, Daisy hasn't been. She hasn't been swinging around as much anymore.
I've never seen her.
Oh, you didn't come across Daisy?
Not once.
Oh my goodness, you are missing out on some fun, Landry. Seriously,
Doesn't
Daisy
Lane.
ring a
is a
bell with me either.
Yeah, she hasn't been
oh
here recently. I haven't seen her in a
Hey,
while. But she was like Daisy.
oh
Oh yeah.
Daisy's a hoot. I think you would. You'd probably love Daisy.
I'm pretty sure that she has me blocked because I see people talk about her sometimes, but
Mm.
I can't see it. Which I know
You
that's a
No,
thing that
do?
that's a
happens.
different Daisy.
Oh, there's two?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, this is where did that in some ways, Daisy is similar to Roseanne Barr type of energy
That's who
and
you need to get
character.
a hold of is Roseanne Barr. I feel like she talked to you, Jack. She'd love you.
Dude, she probably would.
She seems like the kind who really would.
Dude, actually, I know there's a lot of radical people that would entertain these crazy ideas about trying to end the wars and change the world.
do
Because
you want to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you not been paying attention? It's the whole
No, I
point.
haven't.
It's the whole point is to end all the wars.
Right. Noel, that's why I want to speak to Donald Trump and the people in Congress.
Oh, did you know he ended that war, Jack?
Which one?
I know that yeah. The war's not ended yet, Noel, but I know that there was some great some great hopeful
Great, what?
things happening. Let's get Roseanne on chat. Dude, we'd actually, you know what? There's probably a lot of former big names who are probably pretty accessible, who would probably get along great with this radical format and these crazy live streams.
Well, you know, recently I want to give you some credit, right, to where you didn't try to jump on the clout chasing train for just the sake of it, right? Oh, they said the panelverse, I got to get in on that. I saw so much of that. I even saw somebody dancing today to a video that was so bad. If I would have made it, they would have destroyed me. They would have buried me. That's the worst AI I've ever seen in my life. But no, because it wasn't me. It's all good. It's all gravy. I just found it so funny the way that these people react. They're just like reaching their hands out of the, you know, and obviously I dabbled in it, but it's because my face was on the screen. So I figured I was earned
there.
that right.
You did. You were in it. And I and from the outside, I think I saw what happened. It's just what you said. You didn't know what you were jumping into, but you did. You were having fun and you were doing a part. And then after that, yep, you were kind of committed to it.
I had to be, yeah.
For me, yeah.
Well, I just see other people who didn't really, there's also the whole panel versus undefined. But I think that the issue is right that people want to have some sort of structure, some sort of control, and that's the nature of the panels. That you can lose a lot of control by just dropping the link, and that's where I believe, like even today, this is a strong show. We can always sense a strong show. I believe most people can. They can feel like right now if they clicked in and saw this, and there was an executive on the phone, they'd hire all four of us right here, right now.
I don't know if we'd go that far, but
I'm just vibing.
For what job?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just feeling good today. I don't know what it is. I'm
he
just in a good mood.
is so funny, Jack.
Yes. So, not to change the topic, but Noel, the last time I talked to you, you had some changes going on. You were starting some new activities, and
Yes,
I can't remember the details. What's been going on with you, my friend?
I go to my the program for 3 days.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And are you still enjoying that?
Yes.
Good. And please go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you, Jack.
Well, I wanted to actually acknowledge, in a way, let me make sure it doesn't come out wrong. First of all, I'm glad to see you again.
Same with me, Jack. Same with me. It's been a long year's time, Jack. We have ever been on here. Yes.
Have you been gone a year?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, that's what I wanted to point out is nice job staying away.
So she's been gone from your show for a year, but she's been she come on Benjamin's show that I co-host with him like nearly every week. So she's around. She got shown in a clip somewhere from a different show, so she's around. She just wasn't around here.
Yes, I would stay away. Yeah, for a few. Yeah. Because you said this wasn't a good panel for me, Jack. We remember that.
I do remember, and thank you. That's what I mean.
You're very welcome.
It is great to see you, and like I said, I appreciate you respecting the wishes too.
Yeah.
But Noel, there is something. Here's the thing. If I'm right, if by some chance, turns out I'm right, then we are a part of something pretty amazing. And the history is going to look back on us with a smile, because we're going to be a part of this small faction. We'll be part of this small group that really is like it's not doing anything that hasn't been done before, but we're just all coming together to be the catalyst for it all. That's the word I was trying to think of. Well, it's interesting because we are all actually pieces, and everyone is pretty familiar with the different characters. Noelle and Margot seem to hit it off pretty well. Do you still get to speak with her?
Yes, sometimes, Jack. Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, good for you. I know there was a unique friendship there, kind of a bond.
Yeah.
But just so you guys are aware, I am reaching out to people. I mean, I've been seeking to grow the Team Talcott, Team Live Without Fear. I'm also seeking people who are willing to observe and be a witness to what has been going on in my life. Because if I'm right, then I actually think this idea is worthy of falling apart. Holy cows.
Yep.
Too much weight.
No, I do feel if this is right, and actually, I don't know that it needs a lot of verification. It's just the simple logic of it. If we can agree that based on reasoning alone, the world would probably be safer if secrets were not legal. Well, if others can understand that logic, that we don't want to live in a world of secrets and lies.
I don't want to live in a panopticon, so.
I don't know what that means. I didn't say it would be that.
Well, it implies that.
What is the implication that you're rejecting? Help me understand.
Pretty much no privacy ever. Anyone can get in your business, like Snafu got in your business. Of course, no passwords, because I keep other people out.
Hank, we're living in that world right now. Okay? So to object to what I'm saying, it doesn't make sense.
I think you're confused.
And Hank, this is where I'm confident it's you, that I'm not confused. Okay?
And that's why we had to have a long-form discussion about this eventually.
Well, we will come to an agreement, I'm sure. But, Hank, I don't know how to present this properly, right? And it's not just you. You're a great guy who has been here, and you've shown me your loyalty, your support. But what I don't understand is what is within, what can I offer so that you believe in these ideas?
So I just go ask Dennison to help you. He knows exactly how to present things to me. That way that makes sense. So go ask Dennison to help you present.
I may do that, Hank, because that's a great point. Dennison, with your confirmation, I know Dennison communicates very well with me. He understands me very well. So I will. Thank you, Hank.
Excellent.
Appreciate that. So just hypothetically, though, if we believed that ending the secrets and lies was the way To me, I'm convinced the American government is the first place to go for that. And then America would obviously have to coordinate with the other nations if there was going to be any cooperation in that end. But if the nation leaders got on board with the idea of creating a future without wars, we could do it. I mean, look at America. America is the example. We have people from all cultures all around the world. It has become a melting pot. Now, for the most part, neighbors live next to neighbors without truly a lot of incidents. We do have crime, we do have separation, but we've also got a lot of other good things. The point is I think we've developed as a culture, at least here in America, we've got the policies and everything has been written. So of course the answer is there. We can get along with each other. We don't need budgets and costumed authority and all these rules.
How do you know what they need when you haven't asked them what they need?
Who is they?
The people you tell we need analyzing secrets, all the governments of the world, anyone who hasn't talked to you yet. How do you know what they need? I know what we would desire, but we don't know what they need because we haven't just talked to them yet.
Everyone needs the same things in my mind: wisdom and love. Okay, so wisdom is going to be found in the truth. So every one of us needs access to the truthful answers, to the truthful information. And then with love, see, love is what's been lacking in our governments and our markets. Love has been absent ever since, I guess, well, before Jesus came and left.
But you phrased it right in your mind. But what you don't understand is that everyone doesn't live in your mind.
What is your objection to what I said?
The fact that everyone doesn't live in your mind is my objection.
Well, Hank, you're objecting to, I don't know, dude, because everybody in your world, everybody, including me, lives in your mind, right? If they're in your awareness, they're in your mind. So when I say in my mind, what I'm trying to do is be humble, trying to offer that based on my education and my experience, this is what I see. So that's where I mean in my mind.
Solipsism's absurd.
Okay, so you found another. I didn't say solipsism. I mean, if it sounds like it to you and you judge what I say as absurd.
It's a great album called Solipsism. It's an instrumental with pianos and stuff.
I don't know. It's I don't think he's trying to be argumentative. It's just there's a hurdle between our understandings, between our shared understandings. And the reality is the things I'm saying, it contradicts the ways of the world. What I'm suggesting goes against the governments, it goes against the economic systems, it goes against the religions. And yet it's not really against any of them. It's simply for the Reformation and the transformation. We can reform the rules just like people can transform. I mean, and this is where my path has taken me. I have been studying the sciences of transformation, the sciences of change here in the earthly realm as a human being. It's really basic principles. But Hank, to your point, I think where we separated ways. Every human alive needs truth and love. Do you disagree with that?
Yeah, truth. Well, truth is just a feeling. So they already have truth. They don't need truth. They already have it. Love, yes.
Okay, well, let's expand on what you described. Truth is a feeling. Please explain that. What do you mean by that?
So how we experience the world through our senses, and truth is when our predictions match the environment. So
So
when the
it's a
environment, yeah,
it's a resonance. Can you
yes,
agree with that? Yes.
yes,
So the truth and the story within us will resonate with the truth and the facts, the story outside of us, right?
yeah,
Okay. So yes, truth is that feeling. And what we have is a world that's based on lies. Children are taught that if they obey and they follow the rules, that they can live a safe life. Well, that's not true. It's not true at all, not in this world.
What do you mean by safe?
Meaning that you'll stay out of harm's way, and you can live a joyful, happy life. The words from Jim Carrey came to mind. I don't remember his exact words, but he said he was inspired by his father, an accountant, a very funny man who worked as an accountant, and then he lost his job, right? And so the message that I heard Jim Carrey took away from it is you can fail doing what you don't want to do. So why not fail doing what you do want to do? Why don't you pursue your heart? Well, those ideas, that's how I transformed, was trying to pursue my heart. I took us off from where we were, didn't I? Sorry.
No, keep going. Maybe we'll get somewhere. Keep going.
All I know is, well, bringing it back, the feeling of truth, okay? The feeling of truth and the feeling of love, those are what we're all seeking. What prevents us from feeling truth and feeling love, obviously, if we don't know, we don't know. If we can't access the answer, we won't know. If we're afraid of the answer, we won't know. I suggest we've got a world of people that are afraid to admit they've been wrong. Donald Trump is the king example of that. He is an unrepentant sinner. And he's been supported by a lot of men and women who call themselves Christians. I think we should raise the standards of what people will accept. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what God's plan is for us. We're supposed to face the temptations individually, collectively. We're not supposed to enable the greed and the oppression. But Hank, if I'm right, we are the tools that God is using to fulfill the prophecies. And the prophecies being fulfilled means there will be a day of judgment. I suggest that the people's choice to have disclosure, if the government starts disclosing the secrets and lies, we actually figure out what actually happened to Kennedy, what actually happened with the moon landing, what actually happened in 9/11. What actually happened in COVID? What are we doing? Can we not get some answers?
So
Right?
what if they already disclosed it and you just don't understand it yet because you haven't put in all the work necessary to understand it? You had to don't speak their language, but it's actually all out there.
I think you got to wear a new hat today, Hank. This hat's getting a little rusty.
Why are you worried about my hats? Go
Because
buy
I'm a
your own
hat.
hats.
I'm a hat guy now.
Go buy your own hats.
I am. I'm worried
Yeah.
about mine.
Okay.
Well, Hank, what if it's the other way? What if you're right? The majority of the secrets have been disclosed, and on my path, I learned enough. I learned enough to know that the corruptions can end, and they need to end. I know that a better world is waiting for us all. All we've got to do is have some faith and trust. Because without faith or trust, we will never try.
I think we're all willing to try here.
Are we? What are we willing to try, though? What do you think? Because I don't want to disagree, but what do you think we're willing to try?
We're willing to try to communicate with, I guess, our locals and tell them to, I guess, be less secretive or be more loving.
I've been trying the local areas, and I encourage others to do the same. I encourage people, if you're willing, go talk to the city government, to the sheriff's department, talk to the judges, talk to every place we can. I mean, we're all in this together.
And your local
Personally,
corporations too. Local businesses, corporations, where we can get in here.
if we want to change the world, it's going to take some community, some cooperation. I mean, seriously, that's how the elite run the world. They have common goals. They work together towards their success, towards the end that they want. Well, the end that some of these Klaus Schwabs and these other people want for us is not in our best interest. What Donald Trump is doing regarding the digital currency, regarding the peace propaganda, what is happening in this world? God has given us the answers and everything we need. That question, go ahead, Hank.
Yes, what love Klaus Schwab had a double meaning to you'll own nothing and be happy. Maybe if it meets something more esoteric, like we technically own nothing because it's owned a trust or corporation, and we have because we have control.
Can I jump in on this?
Of course, go ahead.
Do. Please.
Well, just everything with the owning nothing and being happy. I mean, everything is really heading that direction. And I get a lot of people who, they'll give me a hard time just because it's, they think that I don't have sort of an insight onto the truth because I'm not a certified card-carrying truther. But I mean, we all know what's going on, but it's not an exclusive sort of club. It's also not the only way to move around in the space. What I will say about this, though, is I've been thinking about it a lot, right? Everything out there is going away. Everyone's going inside, indoors. Everything is going rental. I'm not sure if you heard about Xbox. They just recently bumped their monthly membership up $10. So it increased from 20 to 30 when before it increased $3. I mean, that just might not make any difference to anyone here, but ownership of games is going away. Everything's going to be rental. I mean, we're all doing the Netflix thing already. So,
I'm a PC gamer. I've worked around this, right? I mean, I sell the ICs and use GOG, so I'm okay. But I'm worried about the rest of you who haven't done that yet.
Well, that's the thing, right? And that's where people will give. There's also this AI bubble. Everyone's talking about the AI bubble and it's about to burst and all that. What does that mean? What happens when it bursts? I mean, it does seem like there's a looming thing because we've heard 2030 for forever. There's some parts of it that I kind of enjoy. And as far as renting goes, I love those damn scooters. And I would never want to own one because where are you going to park it? What if somebody steals it? That's all sorts of things. But it is an interesting topic to be discussed. And it's I just want that to be sort of the intention, right? If there's something that we don't understand or that we don't feel like we have a proper understanding of someone else's ideas of, or we want to learn more about, we should just engage with that. We shouldn't say, you have nothing to offer. You don't know what the truth is. It shouldn't be like, oh, no, this is the truth. I got the truth right here. Nobody can have my truth. It's my truth. Don't touch it. Stop. It's not for you. It's my truth. This
Jack,
is my
we know who
personal thing.
he's talking about. We know intimately who he's talking about, but I won't name names.
It doesn't even matter. The point still stands true because I mean,
Yes.
I do love these conversations, but a lot of the time people they get caught up in the politics in the same way to where they're like, "Oh no, there's no way that you could possibly understand her. Dude, you don't
Right.
perceive the this or the that." But we should at least try.
That's what I'm suggesting. I believe we can. If anyone, okay, I want to be accurate, and I know there's exceptions to pretty much everything, but I'm convinced that most of us, we can all understand what I'm saying. I mean, I'm speaking simple English words. The only thing that prevents people from understanding me is their willingness. But this is where each of us, we've got to be willing to know. And Landry, what you said, ideally, these panels, this panel verse, it has incredible opportunities. If people would connect and actually listen to find out, why is your belief different? What is it that you know that I might not know, or what am I missing, right?
Yeah, like what can we? I mean, that's where I've really just found, a lot of freedom this last week to where I've been sort of being more intentional with my decisions, and you still get pushback. Honestly, more pushback sometimes, like I said before. But it's not even about them. It's about me, and it's about well, it's not about me, but it's about the fact that I'm only going to ever be me in the sense of I can't make a change for you. I can try to influence you. I can try to inspire you. That's the most important thing, right? To inspire someone is more powerful than to force them to do something that you want them to do. If you can just, I mean, I've never heard words more meaningful than when somebody says, you know what, you inspired me, or you inspired me because of this. That's kind of one of those things to where it's rare and it means something, you know what I mean? And if we could be, I don't know, man, it just, there's a lot of things because I'm never going to sit here and tell you, I don't engage in the drama. I don't mess with people. I don't try to have sort of a laugh every now and then. I'll always admit when I do that. And I'll sort of always try to be able to meet the people in the middle, because I've been shocked how many times I've heard people say, well, so-and-so said they were going to do the drama and then you did the drama. I thought that started with me, but people have been saying that about everyone for forever. That's just something that people say. It's crazy to me. It's just, these are the loops that just operate with or without me. And I'm just shocked by it to where, I don't know, man. I'm really just hoping to get to sort of know people, because a lot of the time it does feel like we all have our guard up. And I'll give that to Joe Coolman. That dude, it's the same guy, that I thought he would be. That was great. You know what I mean? It's a great thing to where, and I mean, that's where I even myself, I feel as though I have to, when I first came into this, especially, I was like, I got to have some sort of mission, some sort of goal. But a lot of the times they can change. And I know you've been standing firm in your goal, Jack, and that's awesome. But a lot of the times we can have mini goals to get to the goal. And yeah, man, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm just, I'm trying to be happy. And it seems like people really hate that. It's like people just don't want to see it.
Okay, I'll help you with that. I'll give you a free hat, Landry. I know what you're trying to do.
That's generous of you, Hank. What a guy, man. Look at that, trying to keep you happy.
Oh, I
Landry.
saw a bald spot just like mine.
Yeah. You do look good, Hank. The hats are a sharp look with you.
I don't know about that one.
I like it.
That's
do
what you
like
asked
that
for,
one.
Landry. See?
But I'm just saying,
you asked for it, and now you got it, and you don't like it. Typical Landry.
Oh, that's so true. Oh man, you just want what the heart wants, what the heart can't have,
Yep.
Oh man, no, it looks like it's like half full on one side. It looks like it's longer on one end than the other.
Yeah, that's called 3D vision, Landry.
Ooh, I thought that. The world is. So, do y'all have any thoughts about the bubble crashing or what that might mean for the economy? Any sort of? I've never really known much about economics.
The chatbot bubble, it means that they'll charge you more for your chatbots and your slop services. So that's what it means.
Hey, excuse me here, but we in Landry Studios, we consider that everyone else's slop can be slop, but I like to call it fine cuisine.
Okay.
Well, if you're talking about the economic bubble,
Mhm.
yeah, people are in for a rude awakening. I imagine it'll be, well, everything is poised to manufacture a very, very serious economic crisis here in America. Um, the tariffs that Donald Trump is imposing, making trade hiccups with other nations, it's going to be an incentive for those, what is it, the BRICS nations that want
Yeah.
to replace the petrodollar. If they do that, yeah, the American dollar is now worth nothing. We're a nation who can't pay its debts, who overspent. We've got military bases all around the world polluting the homelands, not just of America, but many other nations too.
Yeah,
It's not good, man.
but that's actually the deception. When they're not supposed to pay back the debt because the debt's just gravy for the people at top who loaned them the money in the first place. They're not supposed to pay it off. They're supposed to live off the interest. That's a trick.
Well, you know what, Hank? Just I want to, and I'm sorry if this is out of line for saying this, but I wanted to something to point out that I've never told you this, but my wife, she's always considered you her favorite character in this cosmic drama of Panel vs. People. I hope you know that. I mean that. I'm dead serious. She said that since the beginning. She's like, you know what? That Hank guy, he seems like he's not as crazy as the rest of y'all.
He's crazy, but he's got a good energy about him. That's what I think.
And now people's gonna say, prove that she exists. Prove that she exists.
I
Don't
know.
worry about it.
I know. I don't worry about it, dude. That's the thing. It's like she was in the chat earlier today, and then people are just still just like silence. You know what I mean? I even saw her in OTW's chat saying that I don't know. She's calling me cute. You know, I was like, oh, me. People will just say that it's my account, though. You know what I mean? It's my fake picture, fake baby cries, fake baby doll. When Jack came here, I hired a baby. I hired a woman. It was not cheap.
Well, family's never cheap, but it's usually worth it.
Well, that's debatable.
Yeah.
Well, but consider the example, though. What that shows. People are willing to imagine an absurd fictional story and live with that rather than actually think about what they're saying.
Yeah, Occam's razor, people.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I learned a lot about is people, and this is something my mom always told me. It sounds cliche, but it's like when the bully is bullying you and telling you, that you're stupid and ugly, and it's just what they think about themselves. And I mean, it's manifests itself in very many ways online. You know, people who will tell you, one thing, like they'll hone in on something really hard, and you got to be like, well, I wonder what that person has in their closet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I had a big piece with I used to really dislike Forrest Velkai because his arrogance and I said, oh no, okay, I could see it in myself, so I just said, okay, I'll leave him alone.
I gotta get to this store real quick. I'm buying some cupcakes. I'm not even joking. I got them for a really good deal. But thanks for your time, everyone.
Hey,
Don't forget the milk.
I'm dead serious. They're specialty.
Thank you for swinging through. I appreciate it. Where did that? Oh, that question. Occam's razor. Do you want to offer that, or
Yes.
I pulled it up too? Go ahead.
So yeah, Occam's razor is pretty much the simplest explanation is usually the least parsimonious. The one that applies is usually least parsimonious. So it's more. So it's the least parsimony is that Landry actually has a family rather than renting a woman and a baby.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's still possible, but show us the receipts.
Right? Yes. And this is when you actually pause and you apply that, what is the simplest answer? In the world of today, we know follow the money, right? When there's a problem, an emergency, a crisis, follow the money. Who's benefiting? You follow Occam's razor with that, and we see that the world has some problems going on. And
Yep. And that's what I'm trying to learn all about the supply chain. We may be logicians, but I need to learn the supply chain up and down, or I won't understand who's actually benefiting, who designs the things, who makes the things, and who gets the things, and what price they pay for them. So I'm trying to learn the whole supply chain. It's actually too much for me to put in my head, so I had to make a simplified model and just load them when I need them.
that's it, Hank. This is part of the tactics of the world. Not only is there deprivation of answers, right? Some knowledge and answers are withheld, but then there's an overabundance of irrelevant information. And it's easy, and I'm not suggesting what you're saying is irrelevant, but what I am saying is that you start trying to get into all the details, you can get lost in the details and it gets overwhelming. And this is where, go ahead.
Have you seen the video by Design Theory? Why simple everyday objects are impossible to make? Have you seen that video yet?
I don't know if I have or not. Sounds like something I'd appreciate.
Oh, absolutely. I'll put it in the public chat, and I'll probably PM it to you just in case you forget to watch it. But yeah, it explains how something like as simple as a plastic fork takes like $1 billion in R&D and implementation just to get it to your store and get it to you as cheap as it is. Stuff that's given away for free with your freaking meal, and you couldn't make it if you wanted to.
You know, what you're describing, that's something that I use to really give myself appreciation. Some of the most simple tools we have come from the creativity, the ingenuity, or other people in a crisis. You know, they have to make do and they come up with solutions. There's a lot involved in the little things that we take for granted so often. So thank you, Hank. It sounds just like, and our poll. Thank you for that too. Those who are interested, check out Hank. Give him a subscribe. Sorry.
That's fun.
That idea too of how much is involved to create these things. The American taxpayers have funded so much research, right? Through these corporate grants, through the federal grants, there's been so much research and new discoveries that the public doesn't get access to, right? Because the government either classifies it or they provide the knowledge over to a corporation, get their buddies, and these buddies are in corporations. They're profiting from. We live in such a backwards world, man.
Oh, it's worse than you think. I mean, a lot of stuff. It's out there, accessible to the public for free, but they don't know and don't care because they play a show game and put stuff that's not as good for you in front of you. So to say, well, no, this stuff is free and open to you. You just not going to the library and get it, not downloading it for free. So it's worse than you thought. So people in the know, even if they have no money, can just access it. But the great majority of people have no idea. That's a very strong control system.
Yeah, that's what I've learned as well. But this is where I'm hoping to get the message out to people, the people who hear me. I want to be a voice of hope and a reminder for anyone, a voice of encouragement and hope. If anyone is facing a problem, you can bet there's someone out there who's dealt with a variation on the problem. There's answers, there's solutions, there's ways to get through things. But if we don't ask the questions in order to know, then we're going to stay confused. We'll stay in doubt. We'll stay in these ideas of it. We'll stay in these limited paradigms. And we're here to bust the paradigms, to break the patterns of the past, to create a new way for the future. I'm convinced of that. I am, brother.
And I'm not even sure a new way is necessary, despite the correct way is probably out there already published somewhere. And they say, no, don't do it this way, point to it that way. And I wish to be a minor Prometheus and put us closer to the right track.
Well, I'm suggesting that the right track is going to lead to the truth. And if we follow the truth, it'll lead us to the right track. And that's why I suggest no more secrets and lies. Seems pretty straightforward, but
not at all. It's not even close to being straightforward.
And see, this is where I think you're wrong.
And that's why we need like a long form discussion on this. What?
Well, I suppose that's one way. In a long form discussion, you would detail why you believe I'm wrong, or why why you think that ending secrets is not the way.
Because, to put it simply, it will cause more wars than will stop, pulling us in the wrong direction.
What makes you believe that?
Well, like the existence of jacktails that snafu stuff with you, that strongly suggests any secrets in non completely everyone at once kind of way will be highly disruptive.
I didn't follow that, Hank. But here, if you bring up that example anyway, the jacktails that Snafu hosted.
Yes.
I offer the case that if we lived in a society where men and women gave a shit about what was true, that those false accusations would have been stopped very quickly. But we don't live in a world where people respect the truth. We live in a world where people can say anything they want. There's no accountability, just a bunch of excuses and arguments. But Hank, initially, yes, when the governments disclose, when the people learn the chemicals in their favorite foods are actually what's given their family cancer, once you make the connections into the lies that you've been buying, yeah, there's going to be some anger. There's going to be some rage, okay? And that might be where you're thinking of that ending secrets would result in a bunch of battles. But once we, as mature people, once we accept what is true, we no longer have disagreements.
I can't count on other people to accept what's factual. It's been for at least 50 years, we know for certain that cigarettes cause cancer, yet people still smoke them. They just don't give a crap.
Okay. And, really all I'm concerned about is what do I have to get through to you so that we can talk about solutions instead of reasons why you don't think it'll work. Right?
Like you need to, if you could do it in a local manner and not involve the whole world to see, and I could just compare it to some other situations, then it's possible to receive it will work without possibly causing more wars.
No, see, you're creating this scenario where I've got to show you examples through the world before you can even discuss it. You're not making sense, Hank. Okay.
So you just asked me what can you do to break through and change my mind. Then you rejected my answer because you don't want to change my mind. You just want me to agree with you
or more realistically, Hank, you create a scenario that's impossible for me to do, and that way you don't even have to entertain changing your mind. That's lazy, my friend, and that's dishonest.
That's you.
All right. I'm going to wrap it up. Any final words, Hank? Thank you. Praise God. The idea today, tasting the nourishment of peace. Peace is the only thing that fills me. I mean, it nourishes. Peace nourishes all of us. Think about what peace is. Peace is simply the absence of discomfort, the absence of urgency, the absence of resistance, the absence of conflict. There is peace. There is peace in every moment, and it's hidden. It's hidden behind the conflicts and the distractions and the discomforts and all of these things. The peace, I don't know. I don't know the right words to say, but I know what I want to offer. What I hope to share is some hope, some encouragement. I want to encourage others to please go within. Go within to discover the true peace, the true love, the way that you can be. The option of peace, the option of love, they are always available. That's what the gospel is in the New Testament. That's what the message of Jesus is truly about. God's peace, God's forgiveness, God's grace, God's goodness, God's greatness is here. It is now. Where are you? Are you absent from the greatness? Are you absent from the wholeness? Are you absent from the peace? I used to be. I try not to be that way anymore. I practice. One of the things I am greatly proud of as a man is my practice of gratitude. But it's a simple path. It's a simple commitment. And I tell you what, the rewards that you feel of a strong practice of gratitude, surrender, let go, practicing forgiveness, practicing compassion, becoming creative with your generosity, becoming creative with your future. Brothers and sisters, I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope we had some fun. To all the guests who swung through today, blessings to you. We had all stars again. And I think that's it. We'll see what the future brings. Thank you again from me to you. Choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear. God bless us all. Thank you.